Today we're doing a repair on a LandRover Discovery 2000 model. It's popped the transmission cooling line off. I don't know if you can see that just there. So we're just going to remove that top line and put a hose and clamps on there. To gain access to it, we've removed the hose that goes to the turbo over here, removed the air filter just to gain better access to it, but there was oil absolutely everywhere there. To remove these, it's a matter of just popping that little clip off and then just putting pressure on it, and it should just pop off there. Just make sure when you're doing that you support this cooler over here, otherwise you can end up doing more damage to something that's a pain in the bum to get access to. Now, to get that hose off of there, I've just made this little sleeve, and you slide it over the pipe, and it just pushes there's a little spring on the hose, and it'll just slide off. Now, to get the hose on easier, I'm just going to boil the hose in a bit of hot water. Just makes it easier to slide over that little knob on the pipe. Now, even after having the hose in hot water, I couldn't get it over that little knob there. So what I did, I got the heat gun and just heated up the pipe as well, because what happens by the time you shake off the water and push it on, it actually cools down. So the heat in that pipe there just helps it stay hotter for a bit longer. Also, another thing, you just get some circlip pliers, and just as you pull it out of the water, just expand that hose on the end a little bit, and it'll just help just jump over that little knob a little bit easier. The other side, which is down there, it's a little bit hard to see, but there's also a knob down the end there, the big one, but there's a smaller one there, so we'll be able to just put the clamp over that one. Ideally, it would be better to get the proper hose, but this is sort of a get the bloke back on the road sort of job. Anyway, we'll just keep going. We'll put this clamp back on here. When you're measuring out the length of the hose, just make sure you give it a little bit of extra, just so it's got a little bit of movement. If you do it too tight, that hose will split eventually. So just another good idea to just make sure it's got a bit of flex in it. And just quickly, here's a view of the under the car of that hose. You can see the hose there. Just make sure you have a good quality clamp when you put these on as well. Bit hard to see there, but you can see that new hose there. There we have it. Got the hose on the top and on the bottom there. We just need to tighten that bottom clamp up, but it went on nice and tight like a thumb in a bum. So you can see it's got a little bit of flexibility there, so with the motor running and working, vibrating, it's not going to end up pulling that hose off. Anyway, hope that's helped. Ideally, like we said, be good to get a new swivel hose, but this is all we can sort of manage with the time that we're given to repair this, keep this guy mobile. He's cruising around Australia, one of the grey nomads. Anyway, hope that's helped, and thank you for watching.